Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show. It means the world to me. While you're at it, please subscribe and follow. My name's Chas Bruns, and I travel the world in search of the cheapest food, hostels, transportation, and tours so you don't have to. Which means you're going to get to find out some of the best places in the world to eat, some of the best people in the world to meet,
howdy, partner,
and where to go to have a damn good time. And the best part is, I'm gonna show you how to do it all dirt cheap.
You deserve a break. Make time for yourself at Wicked Brew Café and Coffee Shop in Bangor. Breakfast is served fresh all day. Hot coffee, specialty soups, and delicious sandwiches are made with you in mind, alongside homemade bagels, bread, and baked goods. The fact that the ingredients are locally sourced is just the icing on the cake. Take the break you deserve and experience the humble comforts of the Wicked Brew Café, 173 Park Street in Bangor.
I think it goes without saying that if you go to Philly, you gotta go to the Rocky Steps.
Going to Philly!
I'm traveling with my friends from Maine, and we're going there first. I'm definitely not in the same shape Stallone was when he ran these stairs for Rocky, but I think my moves are pretty darn good. And now that Sly's 72, I think I could take him.
First things first, when you come to Philly, you gotta pay respect to the champion.
Now it's time for some Philly facts. The population is 1.6 million people. As the birthplace of America, it hosted the first daily newspaper, the first hospital, zoo, and medical school. The museum is normally $20 a person, but if you go between 5 and 8:45 p.m. on Wednesdays, it's pay what you can. If you happen to be there during regular hours, you can always walk around outside for free. But we won't be heading in there today because we've only got 24 hours in Philly. It's time for breakfast with our friend Kendra and her brother Shane, who works at Black & Brew. Kendra and Shane both live in Philly, so they gave us a list of things to do in 24 hours. Hopefully, we can do them all.
The sticky thriller, I get it every time I come to the city. Peanut butter, coffee, bananas, all mixed into a delicious shake.
There's also a little chocolate in it. Of course, we had to do a taste test.
Who knew that peanut butter and coffee go together, but they go together?
Bananas, too.
But if a shake's too pricey for you, don't worry, Shane's got you covered.
When you come to Black & Brew, the cheapest thing you can get is a bagel with peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter on there?
If you ask the staff if a guy named Z is around, he might be able to come in and give you a reading for $10. Kendra said he told her the answers to the universe, but she said she couldn't tell me because then she'd have to kill me. What a punk. Once you're in Philly, the cheapest way to get around is by bus or subway. We're taking the subway to check into our hostel for $2.50. If you're coming from the airport, you're going to want to take the SEPTA airport line into the city for $8. Not only is Apple Hostels cheap, but it's right where you want to be, near the old city and all the historical buildings. A shared dorm with 4 beds is $35 a person. There's lockers in your room, laundry on site, a shared kitchen, free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, and free pool. Philly is currently going through somewhat of a renaissance, a revitalization you might say, so you should try to walk around as much as you can. You never know what you might see, like this wild pack of cucumbers roaming freely in the streets, or even a friendly garden gnome. You just never know in Philly. All joking aside, Philadelphia is an amazing, beautiful, and historic national treasure. Let's go see the sights. I wanted to show you as much for free as I could, but I've got some bad news. The government is currently shut down, so security won't let us in.
We can't go to the Liberty Bell?
No, this building is closed because of the shutdown. Yeah.
Thanks anyway.
Damn it, Donald. Before you start leaving angry comments on this video, know that I'm neither for nor against the shutdown. I totally understand that there are valid arguments on both sides of the issue.
What are you gonna do?
Although it does totally suck that federal workers aren't getting paid. Look, the Liberty Bell's right there.
It's right there.
Well, we can't get to it. Oh.
Look, Stephanie found a side window. Honestly, a pretty great view. And it's free. Can't be free. Speaking of free, Carpenters Hall was still open to the public. For a couple 100 years old, Ben Franklin's looking pretty good.
Good. Today, yourself?
Doing very well. Thank you for having me to your fine city.
You're welcome.
Carpenters Hall hosted the first Continental Congress in 1774, was home to Ben Franklin's library company, the American Philosophical Society, and the first and second banks of the United States. I gotta give it to them. These carpenters knew what they were doing. This place still looks brand new. Another free spot not affected by the shutdown was the Science History Institute. They preserve and promote the understanding of the history of science. It includes a library, museum, archive, research center, and conference center. They've got inventions from chemistry, chemical engineering, and the life sciences. It really is mind-boggling to think how far we've come in just a few hundred years. But I get it. If you're not into science, this probably isn't your cup of tea. We'll leave it to the scientists. Let's go check out the waterfront. We found an outdoor ice rink. Awesome. The girls were all scaredy cats and refused to go out on the ice. But don't worry, I won't let you down. It's $14 to rent skates, but if you've got your own, you can go on the ice for $10. If you're hoping to see me fall on my face, you're out of luck. I got mad skills, bro. The ice rink also had a free beer festival.
We walked in on a free brew fest.
Free. Beer.
Pretty sweet. But don't worry, if you don't like to drink, they've got Zoltar for $1. If it worked for Tom Hanks, it'll work for you. Just be careful what you wish for.
Zoltar wouldn't tell me the rest of my fortune unless I gave him more money. He's greedy. What's the ticket?
He said, give me more cash and I'll give you your fortune.
What a dick! What?
He speaks. He lies.
Zoltar speaks. $1, cheapest I've ever seen it.
Never tell what you wish for. Next to the beer garden was a magical winter wonderland.
Cheers.
Is it good?
This is a great ride. 50 cents.
They stole your ride, Chas.
It's okay. They can have my ride. It's good.
You gotta leave.
Oh,
Welcome
welcome
there.
to our private free cabin.
Okay, I kinda lied there. It's not really free. It costs $75 to rent, but if nobody's using it, you can go in for free.
Would you like to join us in our cabin? It's a cabin. Wonderful.
It's like we're back in Maine.
As you can tell, we had a blast at the ice rink. But like all good things, it had to come to an end.
Come on, girl.
We decided it was time to walk around the city to see what we could see.
One of them uses cheese sauce.
If you'd rather bike around town, feel free to use Indigo, $4 for a half an hour. But we were headed to mow down on some cheesesteaks, so we wanted the exercise. We asked around, and we were told you could either get a cheap Philly cheesesteak or a good Philly cheesesteak. So of course we headed to Jim's, considered one of the best in town. This little guy knows where to find the most delicious steak. There's a million ways to have it, so I suggest asking for a classic.
I don't get no better than that.
He's not lying. A Philly cheesesteak is one of the best comfort foods on the planet. Hands down, bar none, no argument, end of story. Give it a try. I added some mushrooms to mine. I was pretty much speechless, so it's a good thing Kendra spoke on my behalf.
How is this
It's so good, right? So good. Headed to a food court that's ginormous and a huge hit in Philly. Can't wait to eat. Are you hungry? I'm always hungry. Yeah.
Not sure if you noticed my hesitation there, but I was pretty full. As tiny as Kat is, she's always got room for more. We're going to Reading Terminal Market. It's one of the oldest and largest public markets in the country. It opened its doors to the public in 1893.
Now here's the tough part. Where do we begin?
You could spend some time in here. No matter what food you're craving, they've got it. Might have to take some to go. Oh look, free samples.
Trying out the hibiscus tea with fresh ginger, lemon, and mint. So we make it all fresh. It starts with fresh ginger. We add the hibiscus tea, and it's that red one right there on the table. That's the one we have right there. So that's the ginger with our hibiscus tea. With there you go. That's the one he tried. There you go. Voila.
Free custard.
Of course, everybody knows you gotta follow custard with seafood. Time for oysters. Pearl's Oyster Bar, to be exact.
So we're getting oysters from Winter Harbor, Maine for $2.75. I think that's cheaper than even in Maine. It's gonna be good. A little bit of horseradish. A little sauce. There is no right or wrong way to eat an oyster as far as I'm concerned. Make them however you want to make them. Yep.
Damn good.
Of course, we had to wash down our oysters with donuts.
These are the best donuts in Philly at Terminal Market. They're fantastic. $1.15 and out.
Kendra only bought 3 donuts, so we had to share. Everybody wanted some. Chris is a huge fan of Goose Island Brewing, so we took an Uber across town to check it out. It's brand spanking new, just opened in 2018. Chris was pretty excited. And she should be. It was awesome here. My favorite part was the cheap beer.
$3 beers. It's delicious.
But if beer's not your thing, you can always walk around Chinatown. We're popping in Ho Sai Guy for an egg roll. We have eaten a ridiculous amount of food today, but who cares? We're on vacation and it's Kendra's birthday.
So tonight we're going to a drag show in Philly. Woo! I love drag queens. Yay! Yeah!
The ladies were definitely excited. It's $12 a person and it's quite an event. Even if you're not into this sort of thing, it's a fun place to go have a few drinks. Make sure to bring some change. The ladies love getting tipped. It can take them hours to do their hair and makeup for a production like this, so show your support. Look at those facial expressions. Performing live is hard work. The girls may have had too much fun. Okay, I admit it. I had fun too. I think we might have embarrassed Kendra's friend Kevin just a little. We've been Ubering everywhere because we're short on time, but if you're trying to save money, keep using the subway. It's the cheapest option. We're going bar hopping. This is the Toasted Walnut. They sell $6 vodka cranberries, and they love all their customers equally. And I know this dancing stuff looks staged, but it wasn't. We were just having fun. We've been known to get a little strange at times. Up next is the local dive Locust Bar. Locust Bar $5 shots.
What hides in the dark and only comes out for ice cream and sex.
Since it was Kendra's birthday, we had to make a stop at Ray's Happy Birthday Bar.
Beer shot, $4.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Okay, time to sober up with $5 burgers at Fountain Porter.
$5. Can't beat it. $5.
Thanks, Philly. I had a good 24 hours.
Chris, you can't give up already. Are you puking? Tap the winner.